wine.
Right. I don't think it's just an empty.
Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
Oh, even change the video now.
Good evening. My name is Chris McGuire. I'm currently studying Business Administration with a focus on finance, and I'm taking the speech class because it's part of my program of study. Tonight, I'm going to talk about my strengths and weaknesses as a public speaker and some ways that I can work on improving those areas. But first, I'd like to talk about my strengths. In the course of my professional life, I've attended several professional military education courses that have given me tools to improve my public speaking skills. The first one of these was the sergeant's course. And at the sergeant's course, they had us give a small, short period of instruction to a small group of our peers, maybe 4 or 5 sergeants. When I went to be a drill instructor, I attended the drill instructor school, and there they gave us a lot of formal training in how to present a presence, command attention in a room, and basically deal with well over 100 recruits. And the last academy that I attended was the Staff Non-Commissioned Officers Academy, where we were required to give a longer lecture to a group of our peers that numbered somewhere between 80 and 100. In addition to formal training, I also have experience speaking in front of large groups of people of various sizes. As I mentioned, I was a drill instructor, and as a drill instructor, I often had to talk to groups of recruits that ranged anywhere in size from 40 recruits up to groups of 400 for an entire company. In addition to the recruits, while I was a drill instructor, I also conducted or guided several educators' workshops, taking groups of school administrators and teachers around the Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego, teaching them about Marine Corps recruit training and what it is that we were doing with the young men that they sent to be Marines. And finally, in my current position, I have to give regular classes to groups of pilots, sometimes 15, sometimes 20 at a time, teaching them the techniques and procedures that my Marines use to arm and de-arm their aircraft. So you may be asking yourself, Chris, you have all these strengths. You can't have any weaknesses. Fortunately, despite my professional education, I do have a couple of weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is I naturally have a very rapid rate of speech. And that can make it hard for my audience to get my message and to understand everything I'm trying to say. My other weakness is when I don't prepare enough, I have a tendency to wander off topic and kind of get out of my lane with the message I'm trying to get across. So now you may be wondering, well, how are you going to fix that? And I've decided that there's 2 things I can do to work on these weaknesses and become a better public speaker. The first one is before I give a speech, I just need to slow down, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and that'll let me calm my breathing down, calm my brain down, my thought processes down, and that should slow my rate of speech down so that I'm able to enunciate and everything understand it. The second thing I can do is just make sure I dedicate enough practice time to my speech so that I can identify areas where I may wander off topic and get out of the lane of my message. So what have we talked about tonight? Well, we talked about the fact that in my professional life, I've received formal training in how to be a public speaker, and I've also had experience speaking in front of different sized large groups of people. We've also talked about my weaknesses, which are I tend to talk too fast, and I usually don't prepare enough, so I tend to wander off topic. But I feel if I take the 2 techniques we discussed, taking a minute to pause, take a slow deep breath, and making sure I prepare enough, then my skills as a public speaker will improve, and I'll become better at speaking in public.